2-seed Ken Masters, 15-seed Ollie Cannoli. It's an unlikely matchup, but anything can happen. Ken Masters, Ollie Cannoli, I am the Colonist.
And I am a Bizzle.
King of the Spring Round 1. We are nearing the end of the road here, folks. As far as May goes, we are in the back half, if you will, which means that we're going to start seeing what our Round 2 matchups are. And here comes Ken Masters, who has got a hell of a chip on his shoulder, AB, after losing to Sagat and being relegated to pre-shows for the entirety of 2023. Can he change that up tonight?
Let's see what's going to happen, man. I'm excited to see him get it.
Now, I know that you, the financier that you are running numbers as we speak as far as who's got the advantages, who's got the disadvantages, and who is going to pull up the upsets. Can Ollie at the 15th seed beat a man with the credentials of Ken Masters?
Man, I've seen some crazy stuff in this tournament, and I feel like anything can happen. And Ollie Cannoli is what we will say if we see this man clinch this win.
Yeah, that would be pretty insane. And we saw Valiente give a hell of an effort against May, just the 1 seed, but came up just a little bit short. The same thing with Eminem against Wario in these high seeds. And then, of course, we did see Smoke, the 15 seed, beat 2-seed Simon Belmont, so it's not like it's impossible.
True.
Ollie Cannoli, you got a chance to talk with him. Tell me how much this man loves cannolis, and what does he do with them?
I couldn't really get much words in with him because he had a cannoli deep in his mouth. He kept eyeballing me. I don't know what he meant, but he just kept shoving them down his throat and eyeballing me.
Now, let me ask you something. Did he do the thing where he takes it and then just sucks the cream out, and then you hear the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Doesn't that freak you out the first time that he does that? It's like...
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't continue to explain what further things he did after he put his tongue through the hole of that cannoli. Holy cannoli.
So much so that he took his glasses off for this match. No small task in Ken Masters, who knows not of the cannoli ways.
Yeah.
And do you think that Ken Masters has ever eaten a cannoli? Oh, nice over-the-top suplex there.
Sure. That's all I know.
And now a nice headlock. And that's what he's going to have to do, eliminate that vertical base. He does not want to get Hadouken kicked in the face if Ollie Cannoli wants to win this matchup.
I had a management question for Corleone, but he left before I could really get to it. He said he'd give me an answer later this week.
Now, see, I got confused because I thought that you were going with him, as Ollie Cannoli takes a powder from Ken Masters, obviously knows that this man is an intimidating foe to be standing across the ring from.
See, I could have went. He gave me an option, either go on the trip with him and James, and I'm like,
back suplex,
or become the head of HR. And my thing is this, if I want to file an HR claim, I'm the head of HR. Who do I talk to?
Yourself. You have to just figure that shit out. And now a chin walk down goes Ollie Cannoli and a headbutt.
Damn.
And, of course, Ollie Cannoli with that devastating cannoli driver has beaten 1 or 2 men. Both of these men former tag team champions. Cannoli, the first gut check tag champion, and, of course, the team of Sagat and Ken Masters, the Street Fighters, former CIW tag champions. And the reason Ken Masters is seated so high is that he was in the semifinals of the first tournament. Oh, spike pile driver.
Wow.
And the semifinals of that first tournament, AB, if you recall, that was a Iron Man match that Ken Masters lost to the eventual winner of that tournament and current CIW heavyweight champion Kratos.
True.
And Ken Masters, one of the few men to have ever pinned Kratos in the ring, did so in that Iron Man match, even though there was long past relevant time to do it.
It was something to see, though, I tell you what.
It was. Ken Masters has been in a lot of big matches. And now a nice leg attack. Now just going right there, now wrenching the leg, trying to eliminate the threat of that Hadouken kick. Do you think that Ollie Cannoli can outsmart Ken Masters here tonight?
I don't know, man. Look at the smack to the back of the head of Cannoli he's doing. He's just kicking him and smacking him. Look at that knee.
He is. Well, it's going to have to be consistent attacks, and especially for a man as skinny as Ollie Cannoli, he's going to have to make all of those moves count.
It's like a hyena versus a big old lion.
Yeah, it does kind of feel that way, both in seating and in stature. But Cannoli's definitely holding on to his own here. And we were introduced to Ollie Cannoli by Michael Corleone. So I imagine that this dude, oh God, what a punch. What a punch that knocked Ken Masters down, but Ollie Cannoli must have worked in one of Corleone's restaurants, and that's how he got the gig to begin with. And Ken Masters, you know, Ken Masters' record goes without saying. He was an instant yes, you're in. And Ken Masters has been an original here in CIW. Remember the Iron Man match he had with Packard in the first Autumn Asylum? Big body slam there. And every move that Ken Masters does is going to be that much more devastating to a man who is so frailly built as Ollie Cannoli. But the winner of this, by the way, goes on to face the 6th seed, Nathan Von Schrader, in the second round, as referee John Goodman is now counting Ken Masters' springboard miss. And Cannoli waited just a split second too long. And that could be devastating in these parts of CIW. You know how dives go around here, AB.
They be dodging, they be going and rolling.
They do, and a big hip toss there from Ollie Cannoli. And now I heard that you got a chance to talk to Ken Masters very briefly before this matchup. What did he have to say regarding what it could mean for him to change his narrative and win this King of the Spring tournament?
I'm curious to see what happens, man. If he wins this thing here, then I'm going to get a free truck of cannoli. If Ken Masters win, we'll get the jumpsuit.
Hell yeah, we're getting jumpsuits. We already have the yellow ones. Are they a different color? Oh my God. Look at the contortion of this half Boston crab as the knee is right into the skull of Ollie Cannoli. That is devastating.
Well, here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a truck delivery to the arena, and one of the trucks, whoever wins, is going to get sideswiped by a bigger truck, and then we're going to go into the busted truck and take out whatever's in those busted trucks.
Well, this is, oh God, and a spear. And it could just be a whole bunch of black belts, given the way that Ken Masters has just taken control of this matchup. And oh, wait a second. And speaking of controlling it, he may be looking to end it here. We've seen it once. We've seen it 1,000 times. It's the one, the only Hadouken. And that is usually a match ender. The cover here, Cannoli tried 1, 2, 3.
He's done.
So Ken Masters moves on, AB, in a matchup where Cannoli, he definitely gave it an effort, but it was just not enough on this occasion.
He tried.
He definitely tried, but Ken Masters now looks to fight Nathan Von Schrader in the second round. Folks, we are almost at the end of round 1, but we're not there yet. AB, I'm going to see you next on your birthday.
Woo!
That's right, so get excited for a birthday match. It's going to be a doozy, and it's going to be Freddy Krueger versus Chrono in 2 days' time. Ken Masters is your winner, King of the Spring, baby. We'll see you next time.